it's shocking that we have to bear witness to a situation like this, and it is, you can't understand that even 2 weeks after the fact, these bodyguards or Nkabis from wherever they come from are still in the municipal building.
I do not think it would be correct for us, as much as we refer, you know, it doesn't sound proper, but sitting cabs is land work KZN. A sitting in cabs, pelly lab.
So, if you, as the municipality, especially the political head and the head of the institution, which is the speaker, we are fighting like this, what about the ordinary people who need basic service like water? And the chair is very disturbing because it's women. They're supposed to be proudly lead the municipality and excel in terms of service delivery. But they are busy with the Nkabis, not from KZN though.
Let's take the next municipality. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and a very good evening, Honorable Chair. Allow me to say all protocol observed. Ramotsere local municipality is a Catholic.
All right, honorable members, just hold on a bit. Can you pass the mic to the MEC of Cocta? MEC of Cocta, there are members here who feel they miss your voice. They just don't hear your comment. Let's just confirm. I indicated that you have agreed to the investigation, but could you just do that on record?
No, indeed, Chair. We have noted all the directives that have been issued in terms of the referrals, and like MEC Mosenuki said, we will attend to that. Thanks.
Please proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. It's a good evening and all protocol observed. My name is Councillor Diana Pito. I'm the mayor of Ramotsere local municipality. Thank you.
Evening, Honorable Chair. All protocol observed. My name is Poshiali Tufi, Speaker, Ramotsere local municipality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, honorable members, and protocol observed. My name is Lekheto Mokhatle, the Municipal Manager of Ramotsere local municipality.
Good evening, Honorable Chair, all protocol observed. I'm Tusi Lekaba, acting on behalf of the CFO.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. If you allow me, I have noticed that the background is so long, and in the report we have the before and after situation. I'm just going to give a high-level report.
Sorry, what's before and after?
The situation in the municipality before 2021 and after 2023, where we are going to account now.
Okay, sorry, what are you saying about it?
I was saying, because of the length of the report, allow me to just give a high-level report.
You've only got 5 minutes, so you choose what you're going to tell us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ramotsere local municipality is a category B municipality, which is located in the northwest and is part of Ngaka district municipality. The municipality was demarcated into 19 wards as part of ward delimitation process towards 2021 local government election. As a result, municipal council has 19 ward councillors and 18 proportional representative councillors. The mayor of Ramotsere is Councillor Diana Pito. Ramotsere covers a total of 7,191.6 square kilometer and shares border with Botswana in the north, Moses Kotane and Katleng River local municipality in the east, and Ditsobotla and Mahikeng local municipality in the south. The Ramotsheremilo local municipality experienced political and administration challenges which have impacted adversely on governance, financial management, and service delivery in the municipality. No ordinary council meeting set for the whole of the 2020-21 financial year, with 21 special council meetings held. The new council is sitting regularly. Implementation of council resolution is a challenge. Only none of the 24 council resolutions were fully implemented. During the 22-23 and that 31st March 23, there were no indication that council resolutions were being implemented. Ramotsheremilo has been adopting and operating an unfunded budget for 3 successive years. The municipality was unable to service most of its creditors within 30 days due to inadequate cash flow and was unable to collect outstanding debts due to low collection rates and disputed valuation. ESCOM was the highest owed creditor with a balance of 94 million as of 28 February 23, contributing 86% of the municipal creditors' balance. The total number of staff members in Ramotshere is 292 plus 5 senior managers, municipal manager, and 36 councillors. That which cost the municipality 166 million and 15 million of councillors. The municipality spent 33% on salaries during 23-24 financial year of the operational budget, which was 518 million, and the municipality is paying third party without fail. Ramotsheremilo local municipality is experiencing water challenges, which has led to service delivery protests. Councillors. The municipality spent 33% on salaries during 23-24 financial year of the operational budget, which was 518 million, and the municipality is paying third party without fail. Ramotsheremilo local municipality is experiencing water challenges, which has led to service delivery protests. Of the municipality are serviced by Nkabi in conjunction with Magali's Water and water management plans. The provincial treasury conducted an assessment in terms of section 140 of the MFMA, and Ramotsheremilo met the criteria of municipality in financial crisis. The Northwest Provincial Executive intervened by invoking section 1395A and C, a mandatory intervention at the municipality, read with section 1412 of the MFMA. That provides that only the municipal financial recovery services in National Treasury may prepare the financial recovery plan for a mandatory provincial intervention. There are four key pillars or identified issues in line with the FRP assessment, which is governance, institutional arrangement, service delivery, financial viability. In terms of the employment equity, we are complying with 3 males and 3 females. Ramotsheremilo has also filled the critical position as indicated by the Auditor General in the BTO. The Council has noted the staff establishment of Ramotsheremilo and has submitted it to COCTA for final input and comments. We are still waiting the response of COCTA. Ramotsheremilo has appointed the Financial Disciplinary Board, and Provincial Treasury has trained comments. We are still waiting the response of COCTA. Ramotsheremilo has appointed the Financial Disciplinary Board, and Provincial Treasury has trained. The record manager has been appointed to address the audit finding and the material irregularity that was raised during 22-23 audit. In this financial year, we managed to investigate the material irregularity raised by AG on financial loss by Ramotsheremilo local municipality on the appointment of the AFS service provider. The report is submitted to AG and was to be tabled in the council of the 31st of July. That never said. Since July 23, Ramotsheremilo managed to assess all senior managers, and all middle managers were trained on PMS, which will be cascaded down from July 25. Ramotsheremilo has been litigated on the appointment of directors for technical and community services. The bargaining council dispute around the appointment of director corporate services has been concluded with an award in favor of the municipality. However, I must indicate that the applicant has escalated the matter to the labor courts. Ramotsheremilo has approved a funded budget for 24-25 25-26 financial year respectively. Our collection rate has increased from 15% to 90% during 23-24 and 24-25 financial year, though the collection rate has declined slightly to 79%. I must also indicate that the departments are owing the municipality, and we have tried to raise this with the Office of the MEC for Finance to assist us. Also, Nkabi is owing the municipality in line with the Division of Revenue. We are awaiting this financial year to see if we'll get something from Nkabi to augment on our service delivery fleet. The current service delivery, we do not have water, electricity, disaster management plan as indicated. We have budgeted for installation of bulk meters and distribution point for water and electricity with the aim to address losses. The municipality is a water service provider, and most of our service delivery protests are triggered by bulk water provision, which is the responsibility of Nkabi, and the electricity cuts emanating from transformer challenges and cable theft from Eskom side. We have managed to purchase 3 TLBs, cherry picker, 5 cars, 2 waste management trucks by using our own raised revenue. The municipality has been adopted by Infrastructure South Africa to assist in the challenges of roads, particularly in Ward 15 and 16. As we all know that the MIG is...
You've got 30 seconds to conclude.
Oh, okay. MIG is only meant for rural wards. The Eskom we have been participating in the Eskom debt relief. We have been managing to pay our current account. We had the 1/3 written off, which is 29 million. On the zero performance of technical services, we have spent 100% of our MIG, and we got additional grant where we have spent 100%. According to the report of the AG, we were sitting at 75%. We are agreeing that as part of recovery, we have not yet translated into service delivery, and we are planning to do that by setting aside. Sorry?
I'll give you the last minute just to explain the story about shooting.
About what?
Shooting. Shooting.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
The situation of volatility in the municipality emanate from the council sitting of the 9th, where there was a bogus council called, and on the 25th of August, there was a shootout between the service provider, which is the Fusion, and the Nkabis that were rented from the Zamazamas illicit mining that is taking place in Masibudule. We are told that those Nkabis are rented from that side of Zamazamas. They are still in our municipality. The municipality has been hijacked since the 9th of August to date.
Nkabis, just translate it.
Chair, the information that we got when we were inquiring, we were told that those people were rented. Firstly, they came from KZN. The
gunmen. Now, how does that relate to the municipality? That's the part that I wanted to explain, and then pass to the speaker to confirm what you're telling us.
Honorable Chair, following the council, the purported council sitting of the 9th, all those events that transpired in our municipality can be responded by the speaker. I am not in a position to respond to that. What I can respond to is when we were trying to get law enforcers to assist with the situation, and it's unfortunate that up to date we have not received any joy from our subs. Hence that shootout that happened trying to remove those people from the municipality.
So the shootout happened inside the municipality?
Yes, Chair.
And the bogus bogus council, when you say bogus, what does it mean?
On the 9th, Speaker convened council, Chair, which could not meet a quorum. Only 14 councillors councillors attended that council. Later in the afternoon, we heard about the council that sat in career spread and has removed the mayor and elected Mr. Moarabi as the mayor, the new mayor of Ramotsiri. Then Speaker has the whole information about
Just hold it. I think before we proceed, let's get the speaker just to tell us the story.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number one, I didn't know that this presentation is about the political challenges that are there in the municipality.
Okay.
But I would only respond.
Wait. You didn't know that, but can I explain to you that we are here to do oversight on the municipality as a whole. So we will ask for everything. What sparked this visit is the issue of the Auditor General that has raised queries. But all these members here are interested in issues of governance, issues of dysfunctionality, service delivery, political interference, political conflict in the municipality, mismanagement of council, investigations of criminal activities. Anything that touches the municipality is our business. So if you would just understand that everything that happens in that municipality is subject to our oversight. So they may not have explained it to you, but can I put it that way? Maybe if you want to ask further questions, let's deal with it, then you can come back to the explanation we need. You want to ask any question, it's fine. Ask me.
Chair?
Feel free, yeah?
Okay, thank you very much. I heard the mayor talking about the Nkabis and the...
No, okay. Let's do it this way. I don't want you to... I want you to first tell us about the shooting. Once you are done with that, you can then explain what the mayor says is linking the office of the speaker, is linking the municipality in the conflict of the service providers and outsiders. You can explain that. But for now, we just want to know, shooting happened, and what do you know about that? Just tell us that. Then you can come back and dispute what you think needs to be disputed. But don't start from the fear that we might be ultra vires. What we're asking you is not within our business. It's actually the core of our business. But then explain, then you can dispute the issues at the end. That is easy. If you start by disputing, we will never know the story. We want your story. What happened? Once we are done, dispute what the speaker says and anyone else that says that's okay.
Okay, thank you, Chair. About the shooting. I know that there was a shooting at the municipality. I heard, but I don't know who did what, because I was not informed. The mayor and the MM did not tell me the whole story about the shooting, because it happened in the early hours of, I forgot the date, but it was early hours, about around 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when that thing happened at the municipality.
So when you got to the municipality, what did you find out? What did you hear about the shooting? That is concrete, that you can say at least so and so told me something about the shooting, and that I found that there was a mark of a bullet hole somewhere or something like that. What do you have that you have seen? As now the person in charge of the council, what did you ascertain for yourself?
Okay, what I can tell, it's about the hearsay. The hearsay that there was a shooting at the municipality where one of the bodyguards was shot on the leg.
Whose bodyguard? Sorry, no, proceed, but whose bodyguard was shot?
I don't know who the bodyguard who was shot. But I was told.
Was
like
it
I
a speaker?
said,
Was it a speaker's bodyguard? Was it a mayor's bodyguard? Was it a councillor's bodyguard? Was it an outsider's bodyguard?
I think it's an outside bodyguard.
Proceed, yeah.
Okay. I think it's an outside bodyguard because none of our bodyguard was shot. That's all I can say. That's all I can tell.
No, that's fine. Now, dispute all the things that Mayor has said that you think are not true. Just dispute them one by one. What are the things that Mayor said that you don't agree with or you know for a fact are not true?
Okay. The mayor talked about the council that was convened on the 9th of July 2025, whereby all motions that came to council were supposed to be discussed. So on that day, the mayor and other councillors decided not to come to the chamber so as to continue with the order of business, which was discussing the motions. They stayed in the boardroom with one of the deployees. Then there was also a lot of people, a lot of I can say tsotsis, a lot of community members that were invited to come to the municipality. They were singing, they were threatening, they came inside the building, and then they were catered in the mayor's office. They were escorted by the manager, special programs, from the office of the mayor, in and out. And as a result, everybody was in fear because some of them were having knives, and then they were told to come and step us, the people who were inside the chamber. So that's how far I can tell. And then on that council, we discussed all the motion. It was my motion. It was the mayor's motion. It was the MM's motion. It was the chief whip's motion.
So what was the motion about?
A motion of no confidence against all of us.
Mayor, Speaker, MM, and Chief
And the
Whip.
chief whip, yes.
Okay. Who had moved it?
Come again. Sorry.
Who had moved the motion?
It was moved by councillors.
Oh, okay. Which party?
Oh, Forum for Service Delivery and the ANC councillors.
Okay. Now let's come back to the nature of the meeting. Was the meeting properly called with a proper notice and the agenda tabled?
Yes, the notice was issued out with all the items that need to be discussed.
And in the process, the people who attended, how many councillors
There were 19 councillors
out of a total?
out of 37, including the opposition.
So 19 out of 37. So they were just about almost half the council.
Yes.
All right. Then how many, the others, did they just absent themselves or did they just send apologies? What was the status of the others?
Only one councillor sent their apologies. Others were there in the municipal building but decided not to come to chamber. They were with the mayor.
The other,
Half of the ANC councillors.
the 20, because we're talking 13.
No, they were not 20.
How many were there?
I never counted them.
You never counted them, but that's not 20. Where were the rest?
They were, I don't know. There were no apologies sent. The apologies that I knew and know about is of one councillor.
So the councillors, you had 19 in the chamber, you had 20 outside, one apology, and then as a result, you wouldn't know how many were with the mayor, although some were with the mayor, but some were somewhere, but were not inside the chamber.
The mayor can tell us the number of councillors they were with.
That's fine. But you are saying maybe not necessarily all were with the mayor. Or you are saying you don't know whether all of them were with the mayor. Don't worry, the mayor will still answer.
I said the mayor was with other councillors in the mayor's boardroom.
Yes, you
But
don't know
I
how
don't
many.
know how many councillors she was with.
Okay. No, that's fine. Let's come back then to the question. So as far as we're concerned, this was a normal meeting which the speaker had actually called and presided over it.
Yes.
Okay. And how did the disruption happen?
People were invited to come and cause the disruption.
Yes.
And according to my understanding, they were from the mayor's side. Because she didn't want that council to continue.
Okay. No, that's fine. You have views about it. That's fine. Can we just hold it at that point? Now, the shooting and this meeting, how do they relate? Because you say you were in the meeting on this particular day, and that meeting had people who invaded the meeting from outside, sources, some with knives. Then you say there was a shooting that happened which you didn't have first-hand information about, but it seemed to have taken place in the early hours of the morning. How do you relate the two? What makes you think these are related, or what makes you think they are not related?
I cannot say these are related.
Or you don't think they are related? You don't know if they are related?
I don't think they are related.
Ah, okay. All right. No, that's fine. So let's get back to Mayor. What makes these two incidents to be related?
Chair, like I have indicated earlier on, that from that council of the 9th, it's when we begin to see Mr. Moarabi accompanied by this
Who's Moarabi?
the former councillor, purported mayor of the time.
I'm confused. So, what makes you think these two incidences are related is the presence of Mr. Moarabi.
Yes, Chair.
So what was Mr. Morabi's presence on the meeting? What was Mr. Morabi's presence on the shootout?
Chair, if you allow me, let me start it this way.
Okay.
Motions were tabled in November 2024. Those motions were referred to the legal manager for advice. The legal manager advised the speaker that those motions are not meeting the requirement as per standing rules of order. They responded to the mover of the motion, which was Councillor Selebogo then. Fast forward.
So why didn't they meet the requirement? Do you know why?
I don't know why, because when the speaker said she was forced to call the council through a petition. In that petition, we understand that 6 councillors withdrew their signatures. We advised the speaker that now that these councillors has withdrawn their signatures, it says that motion has collapsed. It's not meeting the requirement again. And the MM also wrote the speaker a letter to say, through the legal manager, to say that council could not sit, it's not meeting the requirement.
So the 6 councillors, how many had actually signed the motion?
19 signed the motion.
Okay, so 6 withdrew, and therefore that disqualifies.
Yes, 2
the
from
motion.
ANC, 4 from EFF.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, proceed.
Then speaker proceeded and called the council. That sat in chambers on the 9th. And that council couldn't meet the requirement. It was only 14 councillors who attended that day. It was around 11:30 when speaker went out of the chamber, seeing that the council has collapsed, because we are given period according to the standing rules of order to say you must sit for 10 minutes and wait another 30 minutes, and then failure to correct at about 45 minutes, that council has collapsed. Then that is how we knew that the council has collapsed.
Okay. So when you say bogus, you mean because of this explanation?
Yes, we are told, Chair, that another council sat outside the chamber in Career Spread, convened by the speaker without any notice, anything. Then that is how we knew the following day that that council has elected Mr. Moarabi. Mr. Moarabi, who was part of the ad hoc committee, and Mr. Monamudi. Out of their ad hoc committee, they insisted that council be convened. After the convening of council, boom, Mr. Moarabi is the elected mayor. And then after his election, that is when we started to see those bodyguards and gunmen in the municipality hijacking the building. To date, we are unable to deliver services to our communities because of those people, and employees are fearful. They have even written to the MM through their labor forums to say we cannot sit in this situation because we are not free to do our work.
Okay, so let's get back to the issue just so that we can understand the basics of it. The meeting that was called, the meeting that was called, the meeting that was called management and the MM.
Correct, Chair.
Aware.
Correct, Chair.
Was that the Bogus meeting you're talking about?
No, the meeting that was formally convened, it never sat because of the non-quorum of the meeting.
Then the
10 o'clock meeting.
10 o'clock is like during the morning?
Yes.
Okay. Then the Bogus meeting you're talking about happened where?
In the afternoon at Career Spread, that's where the speaker
Outside
was.
the chamber?
Outside the chambers.
And you are told that the current speaker was the one who presided over that meeting?
Correct, Chair.
Okay.
And there was no administration to take the minutes of that meeting.
So how do we know the meeting said?
Only speaker can attest to that, Chair.
No, your side. How do you know it said? Leave the speaker. because
we
he's-
heard through the resolution that was sent by the speaker and the sheriff who came and served the MM to say that there is an agency for the MM to write a letter to the magistrate to swear in the new mayor.
And they said the meeting sat in Career Street.
Correct, Chair.
That's on record.
Correct, Chair.
Do you have the record?
We don't have that council resolution because it's indicated on the council resolution. It's with the speaker, Chair.
Okay. All right, Speaker, there was another meeting outside the chamber?
Yes, Chair.
Talk to me about it.
Okay. Seeing that the situation was not safe in council, we decided to move the council somewhere where we can proceed. But
That was on the same day.
on the same day, yes. And the mayor said they were not told about the meeting. They knew about the meeting because I was called in the boardroom, and then where I found the mayor and other councillors, and then we told them that the meeting is proceeding. It's just that the situation is not safe in the chamber. So we are not going to continue with the meeting in the chamber. They were told verbally, even though the notice was written, saying that they were there. Everyone that we were looking for was in the boardroom. We narrated the information.
So far as you are concerned, if a meeting which was scheduled to take place inside the chamber get disrupted, you can move immediately. Do you not have to reschedule it or anything like that formally?
Yes.
That's correct. That's normal. That's allowed.
Yes, just like the last council that we had, because the MM felt that he's not safe at the municipality, he decided to go and attend the meeting somewhere else.
So, okay, that's a different meeting now, not the same.
That is the different meeting.
Okay, and then that meeting was attended by how many people? The one that were moved out of the chamber,
They were 19.
and that's the one that took a decision.
Yes, sir.
What was the decision?
The decision was to oust the mayor, to take out the mayor,
To remove
because
the
of
mayor?
the reasons that were stated there.
Okay, so they removed the mayor,
Only the mayor.
only the mayor.
Yes.
But the original motion that you had was removal of the speaker, the mayor, the MM, and the whip.
Yes.
But this time around, only the mayor was removed, and you survived it.
Yes, because she did not attend, just to come and talk for herself.
Or you talked for yourself.
Yes, I was there.
Okay, what did you say? What did you say?
This thing of the motions, were not something new. They started on 2023, 2024. And on 2024, on the 6th of December, we agreed in council, because this thing of the motion was disturbing council every now and then when we sit. We agreed that we'll call the council so as to discuss all the motions that they can get a resolution and dealt with.
But they had a reason to remove the mayor. Did they say what?
There are reasons that are stated as to why. Number one, she did not attend the council. She did not respect the council. Some of other things is the appointment of alleged appointment of senior managers that were not, how can I put it? Senior managers that were not qualified as per the COPTA resolutions.
Okay, and those appointments actually did happen, as far as you are aware.
Yes, they are there in the office.
But they didn't go through the council.
The senior managers.
That appointment was not.
The appointment, the appointment went to council, and there is a party that did not agree with the appointment of such. That is Forum for Democrat, and they took the matter to court. As we speak, the matter is at court.
It's not resolved yet.
Not resolved yet.
But the council which you presided over approved the appointment of these people, and they didn't qualify, and you agreed they didn't qualify, but they were actually approved by the council.
Yes, they were approved by the majority of council.
But they didn't qualify.
According to the requirements from COPTA.
You knew before or after?
It was after.
Okay. What was the legal advice on you holding this this meeting? The legal advice, Mayor says the legal advice was you shouldn't proceed with the meeting on the council meeting. You are aware of that?
Not the legal advice.
Sorry?
No one has advised that the meeting must not proceed.
So you're not aware of that part?
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, what I did, I wrote the letter to the Speaker. That is why administration didn't participate in that council. I wrote the letter to the Speaker.
Saying?
To say, Speaker, the petition that you have received, that you are calling majority to hold to call the council, is also unlawful. Number one, in terms of our rules of order, you must have 50% plus one. And in our council, 50 to call the council, it's also unlawful. Number one, in terms of our rules of order, you must have 50% plus one. And in our council, 50 majority councillor.
Quorum.
Yes, the quorum, yes. So they were 19. And out of 19, 2 councillors, actually not 2 councillors, 3 councillors from the ANC withdrew their signatures. And over and above that, 4 councillors of EFF also withdrew their signature. So on that basis, I said this petition is non-existent. But indeed, Speaker, called the council. On that day of the council in the morning, only 14 councillors signed the attendance register, not 19, 14. Then they sat in the chamber up until 11:30. So it means the meeting technically has collapsed. Now, also according to the rules of order, you must issue a new notice. But what happened? They sat in the chamber up until 11:30. So it means the meeting technically has collapsed. Now, also according to the rules of order, you must issue a new notice. But what happened? I think it was around 4 o'clock, or they said actually that council never said. It was an issue of signature. Last time when Kokta called us to say, where are the records of the meeting? Who was the administration taking the minutes? Speaker said there was no administration. They took the minutes themselves. So what I'm trying to say is that council was not a legal council. So they were, the resolution that the speaker gave me was to say, I must recognize the new mayor that they have elected in that council. But I said I was never part of that council. And I've also advised you that that council will be illegal. I'm not going to participate in that council. So since that date, from the 9th of July, that councillor who's calling himself a mayor, he has been there with these bodyguards. There are more than 40. In the offices, they broke into mayor's office and entered there by force. We have reported the cases. We have never been assisted. The last intervention was this past, I think, Thursday or is when the premier and the two MECs came to our municipality and the acting provincial commissioner. As I speak, I can't go to the office because the purported mayor is telling these bodyguards or Nkabis that the MM doesn't want to pay you. So now they want their payment from me. Remember, they've got more than 40 days being there. So they want their money from me. I don't have bodyguards. I'm also not safe. So it's a serious challenge. Even now, they are still in the office, which is a very serious, and now staff, including the labor movements, they've written to me to say, the situation is not safe for us. You need to do something. Thank you very much.
MEC for Kokta. Please pass the mic to the MEC. It will be followed by the Premier.
The person was asking a question or wanted us to narrate or what do we know about the situation or what is it that we have done.
Whatever you feel like.
Okay.
You can answer questions, you can narrate. We're just shocked we have got such a story in our hands. So we think maybe once you can answer questions, you can narrate. We're just shocked we have got such a story in our hands. So we think maybe once sense as to what is this mess about.
Okay, no, thanks very much, Chair. It's true that we have an engagement with the Speaker, the Mayor, and some councillors, together with. We had wanted to ascertain the legality of the meeting that the Speaker referred to, and we have requested the information from the Speaker in terms of the minutes, the notice of the meeting, the standing rules of order. We received the information from the Speaker. I think it was on, I can't remember, Sunday or Saturday. But in our interaction with the Speaker, it was clear that the meeting that was convened, the first meeting that was convened could not sit, and as the MM was saying that the meeting lapsed for whatever reasons, either due to a quorum, and later another meeting was convened outside the precinct of the municipal council. And in that meeting, some councillors attended. I can't remember the number that the speakers provided. But what is clear from us is that of the Municipal Structures Act, but also it does
Sorry,
not.
which one doesn't?
The meeting that was convened by the later meeting of 2:00.
Okay. The one outside the council.
Yes, but also it does not comply with the council standing rules, because the council standing rules says that, as it has been explained, if the meeting does not, if there is no quorum for 10 or 20 minutes, they will have to wait. If there is no quorum still, then they will have to reschedule the meeting. So there was no need for the convening of any other meeting, more so outside the precinct of the council. That meeting was illegal. So the issue that we're dealing with here, Chair, in which the Premier will elaborate further on it, was the occupation of the council building by people who have illegally occupied the building or invaded the building because they were not properly procured and all that. So that's the issue that we are dealing with. But as far as we are concerned as a department, that meeting was or is illegal. Thanks.
No, thank you very much. I think the MEC has covered one part that I wanted to speak about. The situation in Ramotsirimoilo is that effectively the purported councillor who is now calling himself a mayor and the other councillor, the deploying party has dismissed them and redeployed them out of council. And therefore, factually, they are no more councillors in that municipality. The IEC has subsequently communicated with the speaker to say the following councillors have been removed and now we have the following councillors. These councillors have been sworn in. They are new councillors in the municipality. But it appears there is resistance to accept the new councillors, which is also one part that led to collapse of another meeting when these new councillors wanted to participate. The second part is that we went to Ramotsiri and I took the acting provincial commissioner of the police because the complaint here was that the police are not assisting, cases have been opened. In our interaction with the municipality, we did indicate through the provincial commissioner that they must depose affidavits because it's only through affidavits that where they are able to succinctly create a picture that will tell the police that, one, there is trespassing. Because once there are people who have invaded the building and they are not supposed to be there and they are a service provider or security company and they were not procured by the municipality, the police wanted that part of the affidavits, which we later agreed that the MM and the mayor must attend to so that the police must be able to act. So that is as it relates to people who have invaded the municipality. Now the municipality has its own security company. These others are the ones who have come with the new purported mayor and they forced entry into the building. And that's why when I spoke to the commission, I said, this is criminality. It can't be accepted that we should wait until there is a loss of life and then we say we want deposing of affidavit to act and arrest. Because definitely this is a public place and as it stands, it's not accessible. And when I went there, my first interest was to make the place to be accessible for the public. When I left Luhuruzi, that was that. So what was left was that the leadership of the administration to do what they were expected to do, so that the police can then do their part, so that they can then remove those who are purported to be the mayor, because he's not even now a councillor in that municipality. He's not an employee. He's just an ordinary member of the public. Therefore, he can't be that he hijacked a municipal building. So where we are, Chair, is that there is no council that took place in the afternoon. Factually. 14 councillors met. They did not form a quorum. They informally talk and agree. No council started because they did not form a quorum. To say, let's meet in the afternoon is not safe here, and then we are changing the venue, we are changing time. Now, they went to a meeting. There are no records, there are no minutes in the municipality. When I asked the speaker, she said, I have the records, I have the minutes. Who took the minutes? No, we took minutes by ourselves. One councillor took minutes. We said, provide us with such information so that we can then agree factually that there was no other meeting. Even if that meeting took place and even if the meeting was legal, effectively there is no, what is the name of the purported mayor? Muarabi. Muarabi is no more a councillor there. So even if the meeting was legal, you don't have such a person as a councillor, then it would mean there is a vacancy for the mayor. But we can't say there was a meeting because the rules of order, they don't even allow what the speaker did. And I told the speaker that what you did is wrong. It's not acceptable. It's not even in line with the rules of order. From where we are sitting, there is only one mayor. There is no council. The mayor was not removed. So for us to be comfortable, it's only when the police have acted and have removed those security company officers who are there, who are said to be there to protect the mayor who is new and who is no more a councillor anymore in that institution. Thanks, Chair.
Were you informed about the shooting?
Yes, they did inform us when we discussed with them that the shooting took place, but it took place in the early hours of the day. The police are also aware. There is a docket open for that, and investigations are continuing.
I'll have a few minutes just for members not to feel suppressed, but I'll give you 30 seconds each. Sorry. Oh, no, it was. Yes, it was. Now it's your turn to speak. Please.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. It feels like we are watching a Showmax documentary here. And what pains us is that how our community going to receive the service delivery that they deserve while the speaker and the mayor are unable to work together. So, Chair, I've got two questions. The first one goes to the speaker. Speaker, in terms of your standing rules and orders, what does it say regarding the last minute change of the council venue? And secondly, it goes to the Premier and the MECs who are present. Looking at the situation, our interest is ensuring that our people are getting the services that they deserve. So in terms of the provincial government, how are you going to ensure that you resolve this situation as urgent as possible? Because we need to leave this area knowing that the council is stable, is committed to doing its business, and our people are receiving service delivery. So can you please make sure that at least you give us a time frame on how are we going to resolve the matter, and how are you also going to complete the investigations that are taking place? Thank you.
There should be another. What is that protest about? We are two, and we can't send you to go and pick up a mic. No, don't worry, proceed.
All right, no problem. I was just saying they're defying you because you ordered people to assist with mics and they've abandoned the task. So I was protecting your instructions. Nonetheless, I don't have any question. I think in the 30 seconds, what I can say is that I think the people of Northwest are taken for a mocker. It's a shameful event. I think what we're doing, even entertaining this thing here, is part of corruption or wasting taxpayers' money. This is a matter of a decision of criminals. Unfortunately, we're sitting with the speaker here today. After all of these activities and reluctant to participate and to actively get involved with instructions, we're still seated here, entertaining that on national television, getting paid a lot of money per hour. It's a premier. Let me address it to you in the next 15 seconds. The morning session actually said to me, in terms of your responses, that the center was not holding. Because there were many questions where you were asked and you had not sought certain orders, you had not made certain interventions. From then I understood that there would be no service delivery from the municipality side because you are not holding the grip as you should. And as a result, people will come here and believe that it is fair. This thing should have not lasted more than a day or two, to an extent that it has. Because you are the representative of government, the final, nail in terms of government in the north and in the Northwest. So you are at liberty to act and act decisively on these matters, and such that we don't have to come and try and intervene. I really, if I was a premier, I would have removed the speaker from the city. He would not be sitting here with me. When there are clear instructions and defiance actions. Because this is government, the people on the ground are hoping for services. Now, the municipal manager can't access a building. And we sit here and gets paid at the end of the month. Now, 40 other people want to get paid somewhere there. So I just want to say in the last 2 seconds, Premier, at least with the responsibility you are given, respect the people of Northwest. If you do that and you do it affirmatively, everyone is going to toe the line. Thank you.
I said 30 seconds. He's taken 1 minute. He's the last one to do that. I'm going to draw the line too.
No, thanks, Kabazela. Mhlambe Kabazela, asiqale la. I do not think it would be correct for us, as much as we refer, it doesn't sound proper, but sitting cabs is land where KZN. A sitting jinka is pelili lab. No, I think in line with what the Honorable Mashala is saying, actually, I think the speaker must not only be removed, knowing that while we've been saying that in South Africa, currently we want to go to a space whereby we go for a renewal. Such things do not belong in the period of renewal. And I think the speaker must not only be removed, because it can't be that you have an MM that is getting paid by taxpayers but can't go to work because there was a what meeting and all these things that is being explained here. It's mafia, actually, what is being evaluated, pure criminal elements. On top of the removals that must happen here, there must be criminal cases that must be open against people. And the speaker, I must say that I'm really disappointed because we got umama nje umdala ohloniphekile ukuthi ungaba a party of enabling such criminal elements. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, sihlale siyibona icash. This is amongst the best. Cash letenzakala, Chair. This municipality needs to be dissolved, Chair. This is a pure joke, an absolute joke. These people sitting here spitting on the faces of the people of South Africa and the people of Northwest and their constituents. Chair, I've just got one question. Last year, the DPCI arrested, I'm led to believe, and I stand to be corrected. Last year, the DPCI arrested Leketlomo. Apologies, the pronunciation. I'm from KZN, Nyankolis. Was arrested by the DPCI for charges of corruption and fraud. I want to know, Chair, is this true? And if he's out, as he sits here, is he out on bail while he sits with us here? Thank you, Chair.
Thanks, Chairperson. So, if you, as the municipality, especially the political head and the head of the institution, which is the speaker, we are fighting like this, what about the ordinary people who need basic service like water? And Chair is very disturbing because it's women. They're supposed to be proudly lead the municipality and excel in terms of service delivery. But they are busy with the Nkabis, not from KZN though. Let us just say Nkabi. So, Premier and MEC, after it's clear from here that that meeting that the speaker confirmed it was illegal, what did you do? Because in the absence of any consequences, this thing is going to happen. Chair, we can't sit here, be told that the speaker was advised, and now after the advice, there's a person walking around with bodyguards, 40 of them, causing havoc. Because the person who presided over that meeting is supposed to be taken care, the consequences supposed to be implemented. So we need that kind of a report from the province between the Premier and the Coxstar of the province. What action was taken after that illegal meeting took place? And then now, I'm not sure where is that mayor, because when I'm listening to you, Premier, sir, when I'm listening to you, it's clear that there is no other mayor except this, according to the leadership of the province, right? So have you, as the MEC now, have you gone to the council to clarify that issue? As per your powers as the MEC, supposed to convene a council and call all councillors and then tell them that this is a mayor, that meeting that took place was illegal, and that how we march forward, or it was not done. If it was not done, why? And how do we expect this municipality to perform their functions now? Because in Kugu Nempaga, this is Speaker na le mayor. So if there is no resolution in terms of solving this problem, because it needs someone to come from Coxstar now to say, this is what is going to happen, and someone must be charged, or someone must be removed, politically or administratively. That is true. What is the situation now? Because that is shooting that happened, and the speaker, who is the head of the institution, again does not know who was shot. She's hearing from the grapevine that it was a bodyguard, whose bodyguard, but the head of the institution is supposed to know each and everything that is happening under that institution. So
Okay.
now the clarity we need to seek, Chair, from the province if the situation is like this, because abantu, they are suffering. And there is an issue that I wanted to ask before this meeting, Chair, is the issue of maladministration. It says that it's regarding the sale and transfer of properties by the Northwest Housing Corporation and City of Tuan. The CEO of NWHC was directed to open a case against officials who allege sold properties fraudulently. So we have those things that you need to excel in explaining and to have an appetite to go to the community, to tell the community they must trust you. But now, unfortunately, we have to, because not Chair, we have
Thank
to
you.
listen. Thank you.
You're now running this meeting.
Now, Chair, in my 15 years experience in local government, it's an embarrassment of note. I've never experienced such a thing like this. You know, one of our members this morning did indicate that here in Northwest, there are factional battles and the center doesn't hold. You know, I think Honorable Premier and the MSC, I think actually you should have intervened, you know, timelessly.
Bring it closer to your mouth, we can hardly hear.
I think you should have intervened timelessly. You know, you shouldn't actually have waited until this time, because even your visit to the municipality with the acting provincial commissioner was very late. Was very, very late, you know, and I wonder why actually even the MM never opened a case, you know, with the SAPS, you know, allowing, I will say, just thugs, you know, ransacking the municipality actually like that. People actually who are no longer councillors, you know, running the municipality like this. It's very embarrassing. This is not expected. You know, the people of Northwest do not actually deserve such an embarrassment. I think actually, you know, I can't even say what exactly is this? What exactly is this? I don't think actually this leadership that is in front of us deserves those tables. You know, should have been removed long time ago. We're supposed to be removed long time ago. We cannot actually allow the people of Northwest. They don't deserve your leadership. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, Honourable Speaker.
Chair, I've actually decided that I don't want to say anything. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. It's just, you know, Chair, the first thing that I think was upsetting for me and maybe for my colleagues is when the speaker said she didn't think that we came here to talk about politics. What else are we going to discuss? Because it's a shambles. We cannot discuss the things that we should discuss because the leadership sitting there is not intact. So what were we going to just fool ourselves and ask the questions that we've been asking the municipality, other municipalities? It's embarrassing. Having been a councillor for so many years, I have never seen something like this in my life. And really, you should get your act together and you should be ashamed of yourselves. And I think politically, this must also really be sorted out because this is not right.
Thank you, Chairperson. I think I say on a province, invoke any possible legislation from national. This then requires now national intervention. People who must go home, they must go home because it's clearly seen that they don't want to do service to this community. So just invoke whatever that you need to invoke, report where you need to report. But this situation really needs an immediate intervention, failing which we are going to see worse than this. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. You know, there's the saying that when two bulls fight, it's the grass that suffers. And that's exactly what's happening here. But, you know, it's the administration that suffers. It's the communities that suffer. It's service delivery that suffers for two people fighting. I would actually like to know where's the chief whip on this, because the troika is where the strength should be holding, and it definitely is not. I mean, I know the chief whip is not supposed to be here, but I'm just thinking in my head politically, where is the chief whip? I also don't understand why this municipality has not been placed under administration, or even better, been dissolved. You know, the people of Ramochere, I think, deserve the opportunity to vote for a government that will work for them, in my very honest opinion. Then MPAC, I understand, has faced many challenges, insufficient staff. The manager was only appointed this year for MPAC. The UIFW was not investigated by MPAC, as previous MM appointed a panel of lawyers to investigate. I would like to know if that investigation by that panel of lawyers has actually served in front of council. That's one of my questions. Then, is there any proper maintenance plan in place for any of the new work that is completed on your infrastructure? Because I do understand that there is a big lack of that. Then water tankering. I understand there is a serious issue in rural wards, as not everyone is served. How is your water tankering plan and process to get water to communities? Also on the side of electricity, has all your communities got electricity? Is all of the communities serviced in that way? Then I understand that 3 staff members are currently awaiting trial cases by the Hawks, the current MM, the current legal advisor, and the manager in the PMU. I'd like someone to please comment on that specifically. Then, has the municipality's organogram served in front of council, and was it adopted by council? And is any new appointments being made aligned with that approved organogram, or is there just appointments being made willy-nilly? I think, Chairperson, I'll leave it at that for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. If I look at the SCOPA report from the provincial SCOPA report on the 2023-2024 audit report, then it indicates some improvements on various levels, for example, finances on the impact and unauthorized and fruitless expenditure. Unfortunately, with how things went in this meeting, we didn't focus on that, or we are not focusing on the service delivery and the impact of the audit findings and those things. Because the root cause of the dysfunctionality of this municipality seems to me in the past 2 or 3 months is because the political leaders in the municipality, as well as on the provincial level, as well as on party level, the ANC party, is setting the example on how things are being done. So if the communities are going to go to the streets and have social unrest, you should not ask where does it come from. I feel very strong, and it's been said, but I want to repeat this, and I want this to be minuted in our report, Chair. The portfolio committee, or any portfolio committee of any parliament, specifically this portfolio committee that I'm a member of, should not be put in a position that we have to deal with political infightings. As a portfolio committee looks at service delivery across various parties, don't play politics in this meeting. So therefore, I think my proposal would be the following. This is a political problem caused by political leaders of a political party. So the solutions and the consequence management should come from the MEC COCTA, from the Premier, and the ANC party level in this province. Because councillors not following the code of conduct there should be consequence management. I'm sorry, there's no excuse on any level for what is going on here. And the bottom line of that is, there's no water, there's all these things that Honourable Van Zyl asked are big service delivery issues. So the thing that is really terrible for me at this stage is that people is looking at this from the outside. And they don't have to ask or wonder why our service is not delivered to us. Don't I have water? The thing that is absolutely essential for life and for your dignity. Why don't I have water in my house? They don't have to wonder because the political leaders are fighting. So this is sad. This is, yeah. I actually don't want to know or to say anything more than that because the consequence management can't be on a political level, and this portfolio committee should not be utilized in this process to make political moves or to recommend certain political moves because then we are going in the wrong direction. Thank you.
Thanks, Chair. Chairperson, my heart is bleeding for the Ramotsiri community. I'm very much disappointed, especially of the two women who are seated in front of us, because Bari Mosadi we tshwara ka bobogale. So on their case, that's not happened. It's very clear that the two will never get along. We can do whatever we want, they will never get along in that municipality, as long as they are there. A young person here, MEC and the Premier, in social media, he sent me an email of a letter to say they are blaming you as the government of Northwest for not taking action in time. He sent me a letter here written by the MEC Cocta on the 19th of August to Councillor Muarabi, acknowledging him as the mayor. The subject of the letter is to request of condonation of council to table legislative compliance reports for the quarter ended on the 30th of June 2025. So they say they are blaming you because if ever you could have acted before, because according to the records, they say the council where the mess started, it was on the 9th of July. But that letter is for the 19th of August. Now they say they blame you because if it was not because of you, this matter could have been resolved in time and we could not they could not be in this mess because as we speak, they are saying that they don't have water. As you know that Ramotsiri is a village that is struggling with water. They are not getting any services from the municipality because of the issues that are happening there. Thank you very much.
No, thanks, Chair. Chair, I think the important thing to me is simply just to establish we now know that the interventions were done belatedly, and that's why we are here. I want to understand when we are going to take, from the side of the provincial government, action against the Speaker. The Speaker has clearly violated Paja, which requires you to act on an empowering provision. She's only empowered by the rules of order of the council she presides on. So we don't have to waste time crying too much over spilled milk. We need to get clear answers from the provincial government when we are taking action and how we are going to stabilize and perhaps get a plan on stabilizing that particular municipality. Thanks, Chair.
No, thank you very much, Chair. On the 9th of August, there were no council sittings there in Ramotsiri, and the Speaker knows that. I was there as a party leader of the EFF. I even told them that what they are doing is wrong. They went to Karispray to go and drink alcohol, write minutes of the meeting, and wanted to submit it to the provincial MEC. There were no council sitting on that date on the 9th of July. They know. One of the people whom they said she was part of that meeting, that woman who is Selebo, was in Botswana. Go and check the passport of Selebogo. She was in Botswana. So the speaker is taking the people of Ramotsiri for granted. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chair, the time for group scheme is over. MEC must act on specific councillors for violating the code of conduct for councillors. The culture of saying there's a problem in Ramotsiri Mulwa is not helpful. MEC must act on specific councillors that did not act in line with the provisions of the code of conduct. Period. Thank you.
No, thanks, Chairperson. I can agree more with those who came before me in that this is really pathetic, for a lack of a better word. But I also want to agree with those who are saying the center cannot hold in this province. You know, I was just looking at the report. Earlier, the MEC for Coxstar presented a report speaking about the gender parity here. Say, no, there's a number of females in senior management, there's a number of males. And you have the mayor who comes and presents completely different report. And you ask yourself, who's telling the truth? Who's being careless of the truth? Who's neglecting, transparency and honesty to our people? So it's like these exercises are even taken light. But even worse, what is quite worrisome is that not so long ago, people of Ramotsiri were protesting, elderly people of that community, residents of Ramotsiri, the most eldest, were confronted by police. They were riddled with rubber bullets. But today we're told the mayor is saying she's been pleading with police to can intervene. There's no intervention. The mayor is struggling while there's allegations of vigilantism, people trying to overthrow local government, and so on. There's no response from police. It will have to take the premier to intervene for police to present themselves and apply themselves fully to the situation. But when it's ordinary citizens or residents of those areas, they're riddled with bullets, not asking for many things, but for water. Because there is a water crisis in that particular area. So in many fronts, the center cannot hold, nothing is working in Ramotsiri Mulwa local municipality. And I agree, we can't only be blaming these people before us here. Also, provincial government is deeply involved in this substantial paralysis of our province insofar as local government is concerned. Thanks, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think we should agree that the provincial government needs to take charge of that municipality within the next 48 hours. There was a suggestion that we are waiting for an affidavit from the municipal manager and for the police to act. We really cannot continue to deny the residents services for longer than the next 24 hours. So I think it's very important to focus on that, resolve it, remove those hooligans from that municipality, and restore services to our residents. I think the speaker seems to think that this is a joke that we are involved in. That she can even come here and lie, knowing fully well that this purported council meeting did not take place. You didn't have 19 people there. Why do you still come here and lie? So that's why you think that, and the temerity you have to question this sitting, why that you didn't expect that they will discuss the political situation in your municipality. Who are you to come and dictate that to?
You address the chairperson and no finger pointing. So face me.
So I want to ask with all humility, Chair, that we should plead with the speaker. She should really consider resigning. Thanks.
Thank you, Chair. It's shocking that we have to bear witness to a situation like this, and it is, you can't understand that even 2 weeks after the fact, these bodyguards or Nkabis from wherever they come from are still in the municipal building. The situation in Ramochere Muilwa, Chairperson, speaks of, I think the politics there is diseased, it's cancerous. And ultimately it is the residents who suffer. I don't think that we can consider that there is leadership in Ramochere Muilwa. From the appointment of senior managers, there's no concurrence from COCTA, and the viability of this council to proceed with the animosity between the speaker and the mayor, which is quite evident. You can rest assured, Chairperson, that nothing will happen if that situation is not addressed, and it should be addressed immediately. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you. Honorable Premier and the MECs, you have heard the members express themselves. We're going to ask the Premier to come back to us in the morning with a plan of action. The situation in Ramochere Muilwa is such that there is no proper operation of the municipality, physically obstructed by the presence of outsiders who are, as reported, intimidating, having gained forceful entry. That on its own is a basis for intervention of the Section 139 kind of proportion. The conflict between the mayor and the speaker, without knowing the details, based on the demonstration of the tension between them, would on its own be the kind of political conflict that would make that council inoperable. So from where we sit, those two major factors, including the third one, which is a main issue, that with such a municipality, you will not have effective service delivery. There is no explanation we can understand for tolerating the continued paralysis that is being reported to us. There were issues that were raised already by the Auditor General that relate to dysfunctionality, poor service delivery, poor governance. What has just been reported makes it impossible to correct any of those. So from where we sit, we're going to call on you, Premier, with your cabinet, to give us a plan of action of how you resolve this matter. From where we sit, there are people here who are in positions that no longer deserve to be part of the leadership of the municipality. From where we sit, there are people here who we cannot expect them to do any of the issues that need to be corrected by the Auditor General, or to be able to address the issues raised by the community. I don't believe you alone would be adequate to deal with this. We believe that the police need to be part of this arrangement, and whoever else. So from where we sit, we believe there's a serious transgression that must have taken place that should have been properly reported and investigated. The shooting inside the municipality, if it is true, is too casual, the report we're getting today. And from that point of view, we have to say, we believe that Premier, stronger action should have been taken already by your office before this. And the members are correct. This committee here, joint committee as it is, are very disciplined members of the National Assembly. Not ever do they ever try and play politics when it comes to committee issues. Not once. I bear testimony of this, not only just because I'm a member thereof, but because I'm older. I can actually tell if there's this one who's playing tricks. They are not. When they raise a specific objection that the African National Congress needs to take action on this matter, they are correct. No member of any party, worst of all the African National Congress, can accept that you can have paralysis of a community service delivery machinery because of occasioned by people who are saying they're members of that party. Can't be acceptable. So we object as a committee, and I object personally. I think you need to understand, we had never really thought we'd actually come to a situation like this. And we're embarrassed as members of the National Assembly because we're public representatives. We don't expect any of our colleagues to behave this way. Leave the issue of party affiliation. And Honorable Abuskachne is correct. You can't accept this. No party should, no party can. And from that point of view, we would ask the Premier to come tomorrow with a plan of action. We owe it to the people, not just of Municipal, but the people of the Northwest and South Africa as a whole. Anything that happens in any part of the country has got an impact on the people of this country. To at least even to the extent to which people who bear the mantle of having been elected by our people should be able to deal with situations that are hampering service delivery on the ground. This is not acceptable. We won't go further on any of the issues. We are saying, so far as we are concerned, any of the concerns that we raise, whether they should be about financial management, whether they be about the investigation of unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure, whether it be they about investigations thereof and consequence management, all of those are completely relevant when we're faced with a machinery, a government machinery that is unable to hold itself together enough for us to have trust that they can actually attend to this and correct them. None of this will be corrected by these people who are here, unless there's some intervention. So, honorable members, this is not what we had budgeted for, but we must accept. And Honorable Speaker was correct. Madam Speaker, what you said at the beginning is tantamount to undermining the authority of the National Assembly. You cannot prescribe what you can be asked by this committee. Now, to sit there and suggest that you didn't expect that would answer questions about what has paralyzed the municipality and the disorder that is actually taking place under your watch is actually undermining this joint committee. It's unacceptable. I can't say you are the only one who's made a mistake here. I'm saying that the process that the Premier must embark upon will tell us who needs action taken on them. But certainly we cannot go back to the National Assembly without a proper report that gives us an undertaking that this situation shall be attended to and that shall be done urgently. That's what we all should be able to say. And we also hope that we're not going to come across a similar situation again whilst we are here. So with that, we will not ask you to answer any more questions. We actually don't think it will make any difference at all. So from that point of view, we'll now be excusing you. Thank you. Honorable members, we have a bit of a challenge. I think we have 3 more municipalities which were supposed to be dealt with today. Knowing that you are all here, let me, on behalf of this committee, really apologize for keeping you for so long. But I hope you do understand that some of the issues that have arisen here were a bit overwhelming for us to be able to keep our time. Not that it's an excuse, but please understand. I want to suggest, honorable members, that we take a break and we probably try and look at how we can catch up on the lost time. I don't have the exact number, but it looks like there might have been 3 or 4 municipalities that, there we are.